Joy Lab.
All right, we're going to mix this one up a little bit. Still have a stoichiometry problem. We're going to add a little bit of density. So, how many grams of HCl are required? So, grams of HCl, units of our answer, to react with 2.9 milliliters of aluminum. And then we also have the density. So this is something per something. This isn't, so we're not going to start there. So we know we're going to start with 2.9 milliliters of aluminum. Remember, all stoichiometry problems are the same. Maybe you start with mass, maybe you start with volume, maybe you start with number of particles. You're going to get it into moles. Use your mole to mole ratio from the balanced equation. And then move it out to whatever other units. Mass, volume, number of particles. So we'll balance up the equation. Looks like I see 2's and 3's start thinking 6. I'm going to go 2, 6, 3, and 2. So we have 2.9 milliliters of aluminum. Well, I need to get that into moles. Well, I don't know any milliliter mole relationships, but I do know a milliliter mass relationship. So I'm going to go ahead and use that because I can get this into mass, grams, and then I can use the molar mass to get it into moles. So I can say, okay, 1 milliliter of aluminum is 2.7 grams of aluminum. Now I can get it into moles. So we use the molar mass, 26.982. I'm only good to 2 sig figs here. So I'm going to take this to 3, which would be, what, 27.0, because that 8 makes 9 of 10. So I'm going to call that 27.0. So we're going to say 27.0 grams of aluminum. It's 1 mole of aluminum. Now we're ready. We've done this. Took us a couple of steps to get from volume to moles, but we got it. Now we're going to use our mole to mole ratio. Where do we get that? From the balanced equation. So we're going to go from aluminum to HCl. So we know that there are 2 moles of aluminum require 6 moles of HCl. Let's see where we stand. Milliliters aluminum, grams, grams, moles, moles. So we've got moles of HCl, but I want grams of HCl. So I'm going to use the molar mass. And again, we only have 2 sig figs, so if I go to 3, so 35.5 plus 1.01. So let's add this up. So if I have my molar mass, let's go ahead. 35 point, we can keep 3, so, or 2, so I'm going to take 3. So 5 plus 1.01. So what's that? 1563. And we're good to 2 sig figs, so it's going to be I'm going to go 36.5. So 36.5 grams of HCl. Moles of HCl cancel. And grams, let's calculate. 2.9 times 2.7 times 6 times 36.5 divided by 27 divided by 2. 31.755. We're good to 2 sig figs, so we'll call it 32. Let's see what a 32 grams of HCl. Let's recap. First thing we did, went from volume to moles. So we went from volume, used our density to get to mass, then mass to moles. Then we used our mole to mole ratio. Once we got it into moles here, we used our mole to mole ratio. Where did we get that from? The balanced equation. Then we used the molar mass of HCl to get it into mass.
Joy Lab. Learning done right.